Welcome everyone. In today's session, we will explore how Python handles errors, what common errors we may encounter, and how we can prevent these crashes. So, in the last session, we learned how to work with CSV and the JSON files, the CSV module for reading and writing CSV files, and the JSON module for serialization and deserialization of the JSON data. In today's session, we'll understand about the errors. So, in any program you write, there are chances of some errors going here and there, right? So, inputs can be wrong or your variables might be undefined. So, how we can use so, something called as try and except block to handle this kind of situations, and we'll understand also what are the different types of exceptions. So few like syntax error, name error, type error, and how to catch and handle them using the try and except mechanism. So first of all, what is an exception? So an exception is an error that occurs when something unexpected happens during the program's execution. So unlike syntax errors, which are directed whenever the program, whenever the interpreter finds some issue with the indentation syntax. So those kind of errors are different, and exception occurs when that particular data input or particular data manipulation could not take place due to uh, issues with the data or the input formatting. If we don't handle, then Python will automatically stop the program and will display an error message. So error messages, as we see on the screen, could be syntax error, indentation error, keyword error. So these are like kind of standard errors, but if we talk about the exceptions, then the exceptions we have would be more towards like the name error, type error, zero division error, value error, then index error. So these are the all types of common Python errors, and if we want to uh, like let's say we will try to understand a few of them. So syntax error and indentation error, we already know that syntax error, if there are some colon missing or a particular keyword is not used in particular format, or the indentation is not defined properly. Apart from this, we can have name error. So name error occurs when a variable or function has not been defined, but we are trying to use that function or the variable. Type error occurs when an operation is applied to an object of inappropriate typing, like adding a string value to an integer value. Then zero division error happens when we try to divide any number by a zero. Then we can also have the value error, meaning like whenever a function gets the value, uh, the correct type is not received. Like something like you can think is like when we take an input value from the user, and the input passes ABC, and we try to convert that to integer. So that would convert to a value error. Then key error. So trying to access any key from a dictionary, if the key is not present, then it can cause an key error. Index error is more like occurs when we try to access any data from a list or a tuple. So let's try to check out a code. So like here we have listed out a few common errors. So the common errors are uh, the first one we have is the syntax error, that if true we are missing a colon here, and we have just tried to print here. So I will just comment this out. Uh, then the indentation example is like we did write our function, added a colon, but we did not pass any indentation, which can cause an indentation error. Then the name error. So if you see x is not defined as clearly stated here, meaning there is no x equal to value assigned, and we are directly trying to print the x, which is causing the error here. Then this would be the type error, meaning we are trying to add a string and an integer. Then we have this zero division error, meaning if we try to divide something by zero, always an zero division error occurs. So as you can see, zero division error. And trying to convert an string to an integer. So it says integer hello cannot be, so that causes an value error. Then key error, meaning trying to access a key that is not present in my dictionary. You can see key error H. Similarly, trying to access any index that is not present in our list. So that can also cause the index errors. So to handle this kind of crashes that occur during the code execution, Python gives us the try and except block. So inside the try, we write the code that might have some issues in it, and the except block would be written with like whenever an exception occurs, what code to run during that particular exception. Uh, let's say in the given example, we are trying to divide 10 by 0. If it raises zero division error, then what you can do is maybe you can print that you can't divide by 0, or if there is any other functionality you want to add, then that functionality you can add under the except block. And then your program will continue to run. Otherwise, if you don't implement the try except block, then your program will stop at that particular point where the exception is raised. Then catching specific exceptions. So we can catch all exception types using just the except syntax. So without specifying the error type. But this shall not be the best practice as it can hide what went wrong. So it will be always better to catch specific exceptions unless we are like kind of in an experimentation phase or logging phase, because when you will be done with your debugging experimentation phase, you will already know what could be the possible exceptions that could occur, and you can try to catch all those kind of exceptions. With respect to catching multiple errors, we will see that in the next session. So let's try to have a look at the code of how to write a simple try and except block. So let's say here, what I'm trying to do is, let's say I try to do print 10 by 0. You can see it stops here at a zero division error. Now instead of this, if I put this in a try and except block, so try print 10 divided by 0, and in my except block that was 0 division error, you can't divide by 0. So here in this case it will print this, you can't divide by 0, but the next line still gets continued, and whatever code you would have, all those code will get executed. Here you can also do something like except exception as E, and here you can print the value of E, like you can specifically define exception like this, and it will particularly show exception division by 0. So this E is like uh, whatever the exact exception that occur, you can capture it from here. So this is how you can capture the particular type of error that got uh, that where our program got stuck. So in today's session, we learned how errors are a part of programming and how Python helps us handle them using the try except blocks. We explored few types of errors and how to handle them using the try except blocks. So this makes our programs more robust and less likely to crash unexpectedly. In the next session, we will go one step further and learn how to handle multiple exceptions in a clean way, how we can combine multiple exceptions in a single line. Then we will see else, and finally how those two can be integrated with the try except block. We will also understand why raising our own exceptions can be sometimes helpful. So yeah, thank you for joining today's session. Let's meet in the next session. Have a nice day.